Welcome to the second lesson from the 11th standard Goa board textbook, which promises to be an interesting lesson for all of us, which is titled La Coupe du Monde de Football. La Coupe du Monde is the World Cup. La Coupe is literally a cup, okay? La Coupe du Monde becomes the World Cup. So the Football World Cup is what we're talking about. The history, how the FIFA came about, and how the World Cups have progressed in leaps and bounds since their inception. Savez-vous que le mondial, alias la Coupe du monde de football, est la compétition sportive la plus regardée dans le monde après les Jeux olympiques? So, do you know that the World Cup, le mondial, has two names now? The World Cup has two names. One is le mondial, it's the shortened form of la Coupe du monde de football. Okay, le mondial, la Coupe du monde de football, same thing, the World Cup. Okay, so do you know that the World Cup is the sporting competition, the sports event that is the most watched in the world? La plus regardée, the most watched, okay, in the world, après les Jeux olympiques, after the Olympic Games. So you have the Olympic Games, which are the most watched sporting event in the world, followed by the Football World Cup. En 1904, les associations nationales de 7 pays, la Belgique, le Danemark, l'Espagne, la France, les Pays-Bas, la Suède et la Suisse, ont créé la Fédération internationale de football association, ou FIFA. Beaucoup d'autres pays les ont rejoints par la suite. So can you see this document here? This is the bulletin, the gazette, okay, which announces the creation of the FIFA. Okay, and here you can see, if you can zoom in, you can see that you have the representatives of the 7 founding countries here. Okay, so in 1904, the national associations, that is your soccer football associations of 7 countries, which were those countries? La Belgique, Belgium, le Danemark is Denmark, l'Espagne, Spain, la France, France, les Pays-Bas is the Netherlands, la Suède, Sweden, et la Suisse, Switzerland. So these 7 countries created the International Federation of Association Football, the Fédération Internationale de Football Association, and that is why you have the term FIFA. Okay, it is a French acronym for Fédération Internationale de Football Association. Créer here is the past participle of créer, C-R-E-E-R, which is to create. Okay. Beaucoup d'autres pays les ont rejoints par la suite. Many other countries joined them. Les ont rejoints. Joined them. Direct object. Par la suite. Later. Okay. Or as time passed, many other countries joined these 7, and that is how you have the FIFA as we know it today. 26 ans plus tard, la FIFA décide d'organiser tous les 4 ans sa propre compétition internationale, la Coupe du Monde de football. So 26 years later, after they were formed in 1904, 26 years later, FIFA decides to organize every 4 years, tous les 4 ans, every 4 years, sa propre compétition internationale, its own international competition. So previously, perhaps they were having these smaller tournaments, okay, within the countries. Now they decide that it's time for their own international competition. Proper as to meaning it is clean, it is also your own, something that belongs to you. Okay, and what did they name it? La Coupe du Monde de football, the Football World Cup. Here you can see the logos of the different World Cups, right from the first one to the most recent one, Russia. Okay. So, en 1930, la première Coupe du Monde de football se déroule en Uruguay. In 1930, the first World Cup, the first Football World Cup takes place in Uruguay. Se déroule is to take place, okay? So here you can see the black and white snapshots of the World Cup, the first ever Football World Cup. This is the logo, okay? Uruguay, 1930. 13 pays y participent, dont seulement 4 pays européens, parce que beaucoup de pays craignaient la traversée de l'océan Atlantique. Now you must understand at this time they used to travel by ship. Okay, across the world, all journeys were taking place mostly by ship. There were no flights at that time. So, only 13 countries participated in it. Okay, this E here is talking about the World Cup. Only 13 countries participated in the World Cup, of which only 4 were European countries. Imagine, only 4 European countries at a World Cup. Parce que, now why is that? Because many countries, beaucoup de pays, craignaient la traversée de l'océan Atlantique. They feared or they were afraid of crossing the Atlantic Ocean. So from Europe, in order to get to Uruguay, which is in South America, you need to cross the Atlantic Ocean, which was kind of a treacherous ocean at that time. So they were scared. Many of them, the good teams, did not travel to Uruguay for the first World Cup. La seconde Coupe du monde de football a lieu en Italie. C'est la première Coupe du monde médiatique avec la présence de 249 journaux du monde entier. So the second Football World Cup takes place in Italy. The first one in Uruguay, the second one moves to Europe in Italy. Okay? C'est la première Coupe du monde médiatique. It is the first mediatized Coupe du monde. Now what do you mean by mediatique? Covered by the media. Okay? Journalized. Avec la présence de 249 journaux du monde entier. Journal is a newspaper now. So with the presence of 249 newspapers from the entire world. So you had 249 papers covering the sporting event. Imagine, in 1934, 249 newspapers covering an event. Must have been quite a spectacle at the time. Okay, it was the first mediatized, the first World Cup to be covered by the press. Mais ce n'est qu'en 1954, lors de la 5e Coupe du Monde en Suisse, que les premiers téléspectateurs peuvent suivre 8 matchs en direct. So, but it was not until, not until, or not till 1954 during the 5th World Cup. So we skipped over a couple now. From 34 in Italy, we've come to 54 in Switzerland, the 5th World Cup. It was not until Switzerland 54 that the first telespectators, the first people watching on TV, okay, could follow 8 matches in direct is live. Okay, so people could watch matches on TV. Okay, something which we take as commonplace now. People could follow matches on TV live only during the 1954 World Cup for the first time. Telespectateurs are people who are watching on the TV. Okay. Then, à la fin du mondial suivant. So what do you mean by mondial suivant now? The previous line they've talked about the 54 World Cup. That means this would be the 58 World Cup. So in the 58 World Cup, at the end of the 58 World Cup, le Français Juste Fontaine est déclaré meilleur buteur avec 13 buts, record encore inégalé dans un seul mondial. So at the end of the following World Cup, the Frenchman, le Français, Juste Fontaine. Now this guy here, Juste Fontaine, he played for France. Okay, he déclaré meilleur buteur. He was declared or he was awarded the best goal scorer or the highest goals. Okay, meilleur buteur, best striker. Okay, but is a goal, so buteur, someone who scores a goal. The best striker with 13 goals. But is a goal. Okay, record encore inégalé dans un seul mondial. Encore is still, or yet, so it's a record that has still not been equaled, unmatched, unequaled, okay, in one World Cup. He scored 13 in one World Cup, a feat that remains unmatched till today. Mais c'est aussi l'année de l'apparition d'un génie, le Brésilien Edson Arantes do Nascimento, alias Pelé. But this was also the year of the appearance of a genie. L'apparition is apparition or appearance. Okay, it was also the year of the appearance of a genius. Now, who is this genius? Aussi l'année, the same year. Okay, as Juste Fontaine, we're still in 58. And who was the genius who came on the scene? It was the Brazilian Edson Arantes do Nascimento, which we all better know as, whom we better know as Pelé today. Okay, this is how he used to look at that time, and this is a more recent picture. Il est jusqu'à ce jour le plus jeune joueur à avoir gagné la coupe. He is to this day or till date the youngest player to have won the cup. Okay, he's the youngest player to have won the Football World Cup, which tells you what, that Brazil won the World Cup that year. Then, 1986 est l'année de la main de Dieu, lorsque l'Argentin Diego Armando Maradona justifie ainsi son but de la main contre l'Angleterre en quart de finale mais que les arbitres n'ont pas vu. So 1986, we've skipped forward a few years. 1986 is the year of the hand of God. Perhaps the most infamous incident in the history of the World Cup was the year of the hand of God, when the Argentine or the Argentinian player Diego Armando Maradona justifie ainsi son but de la main. Okay, so justifies his hand goal, un but de la main, a goal which he scored with his hand. Okay, contre l'Angleterre in quart de finale against England in the quarterfinals. Quart de finale is quarterfinals. Okay, mais que les arbitres n'ont pas vu. It was the hand which only the referees did not see. So as you can see in this picture, it is in plain sight that he's handling the ball. Okay, and incidentally, the ball went into the net and he scored a goal. It was the hand of God, the hand that only the referees did not see. The whole watching world saw the hand except the referees. 1998 voit l'apparition de Zizou le magicien, alias Zinedine Zidane, qui permet à la France de gagner le mondial sur son propre sol. 1998 sees the appearance of Zizou the magician. Now, Zizou was the nickname given to a player called Zinedine Zidane. Okay, this is what he looked like. Qui permet à la France, who allowed France or who helped France to win the World Cup or to earn the World Cup, to win the World Cup on its own soil, on its home soil. So in 1998, the World Cup was held in France, and it was France who won the World Cup on their home turf, helped largely by this player named Zinedine Zidane, who was also called Zizou. En 2002, pour la première fois, le mondial est organisé par deux pays ensemble, la Corée du Sud et le Japon. So in 2002, for the first time, the World Cup is organized by two countries together. Which two countries organized the World Cup in 2002? The first joint hosting of the World Cup was by Korea and Japan. La Corée du Sud, South Korea, and Japan. Le Brésilien Ronaldo s'y distingue en inscrivant 8 buts. So the Brazilian Ronaldo, see this thing is to distinguish yourself or to stand out by scoring 8 goals. Okay, inscrivons is the gerundive of inscrire, to score. And then, en 2010, l'Afrique du Sud devient le premier pays africain à organiser le mondial au son des Vuvuzelas. So in 2010, South Africa becomes the first African country. This was a historic achievement that was created when South Africa hosted in 2010. It was the first African country to organize the World Cup to the sound of the vuvuzelas. You know these instruments, very famous. They became famous during the World Cup in South Africa. Au son de, to the sound of, or to the tune of vuvuzelas. Okay, they are actually an instrument. They're a tribal instrument of the Zulu tribe. Les résultats des matchs importants sont prédits avec succès par Paul Le Poulpe. The results of the important matches are predicted or were predicted by prédire is to predict. Okay, prédire is the participle. Were predicted with success by Paul the Octopus. I'm sure you've heard of this. Paul the Octopus predicting the results. Okay, they used to put these two balls with the flags and used to go and attach himself to one of the balls, and invariably it was that country who would win. Okay, and that he did for the final as well. So Le Poulpe is the octopus. Okay, l'Espagne devient champion du monde. As you know, 2010 Spain becomes the champions of the world. Now, this book was published immediately after the World Cup, so we do not have any info on the 14 and 18 World Cup. So, jusqu'au mondial suivant, until the next World Cup, who's going to win? Okay, it's a very interesting lesson. Tells you a little bit of information about the history of the World Cup. Thank you.